on? What is really going on? What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing this Sunday night? Um, we supposed to have went on, but we had to do a few things, so we were like 15 minutes late. We're gonna still give y'all a nice show. I got two of my friends backstage. Hold on for a second. Uh, let me check something for a second. Oh, let me turn my volume down. Okay. Uh, Hold on, guys. Let me see what's going on. Hey, Michelle's daughter, what's up? Uh, how you doing tonight? How was your weekend? Sarkonis, hey, I got my two friends in the background, y'all. We're gonna talk about some current events. We're gonna talk about relationships, where they stand, what they expect. Do they want a relationship? Are they good where they're at? Hey, Kathy G. Um, so I'm gonna bring my boys on. The first one, he is the chatterbox of the group, and he's everyone's friend. He is so friendly. And everyone he meets, no one's his enemy. No one's his enemy. He embraces people as soon as he meets them. This is my friend who I love dearly, BJ.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Are you in
Thank you for
avatar?
having me on,
I can
Russell.
barely see you. Are you in avatar mode?
Hmm.
Are you in avatar mode? I can barely see. Okay, that's a little better,
A little
but
better.
I feel like you catfishing me right now. Uh, but and I like that. Y'all see he's a Destiny's Child fan. Y'all see that in the background?
Woo!
Okay. Uh, you can look at the chat also. You can hit live chat and you'll see the comments, BJ.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Let me switch to that. There we
My
go.
next buddy that's coming on, he also embraces people. He's not as welcoming as BJ, but he's friendly nonetheless. I think he doesn't have an enemy either until you rub him the wrong way. But next up is DJ.
Greetings, everybody. Hey, BJ. Hey,
Hey,
Rebel.
DJ.
What's up? What's up?
Well,
What's
good
up?
to see you.
We are in the house.
Okay.
Let me. Um, there we go.
How has your weekends been?
You go first, DJ.
Weekend was okay. The weather kind of didn't play in our favor, obviously, but I made it through. Um, let me see. What I don't even remember what I did this weekend. So I guess I was out and about. I went to a party Friday, and that was about it. And it was a social distance party, so
Because
that was
when you
about
say that,
it.
baby, they be like, because I'm gonna tell you, Lynn T and just they be coming for me every time they see me with no mask on. I could be in my car and I'd be like, girl, it's not a ghost in the car with me. But BJ, what did you do?
For me, I had plans with a friend to try to go to Kima, and that fell through.
Was this a date? Was
I
this a date?
basically huh?
Was this a date, perhaps?
Oh no, it was not. It was our other friend that's not here with us at the moment.
Oh, Micah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Me
Red
and her,
Scorpion, y'all. Hey, Q
yeah, me and
Robinson.
her were gonna go, and
That's
then the plans fell through,
Okay.
and I we did a movie marathon with the fam. We watched The Invisible Man and Harry Tubman, and just
No,
catch a
did
lot
you
of
like
cool
did you like
movies.
those movies?
The Invisible Man was something else to make you paranoid as hell, make you make you not want to, because this invisible. Then he smacked the hell out of you, out the blue.
I heard intensifying.
Have you?
You know, I was feeling very Rhythm Nation today, y'all. Look, you see my black outfit.
I see. Yeah, Miss Janet's birthday.
Check it, baby. Check it.
You know, brother, we're always wearing black. I love to wear black. I don't know why. That black
I
and
wear
red
black. Black is flattering to anyone.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
But you know what? I just went through something with someone that I was, hanging out with. And they call him online, they call him Locks. So I was telling my subscribers and my moderators about me having to cut him loose, because I think when you meet these guys, a lot of times they feel like they can do everything and they don't want you doing anything. They try to keep you under their foot. But if you're not in a committed relationship, I'm not obligated to you, nor are you obligated to me. And if you're doing something on the side, I can care less, because I'm not that person. I'm not that person that's going to be checking your phone and going into your Yahoo Messenger. I mean, I'm not doing all that. I mean, what do y'all think about that?
You know what? If I want to put in work, I would go clock in and get paid for the work. That's how I think. Okay, being in a relationship, I'm single, but I will get there in a little bit. To me, if I can't trust you, I can't be with you. I'm not going to be sitting up here wondering why you in the bathroom texting, while you on the phone. Away from me, I'm big on communication. I think that's what everybody is. Well, I'm not going to say everybody, but certain people seem to be afraid of. I mean, yeah. You have to be committed. I mean, the worst feeling is feeling hurt, and nobody likes to feel hurt and betrayed.
When you've given a lot of yourself to a person and you feel that it's one-sided.
Exactly. Hello, Purple Power. But yeah, nobody wants to feel that way. I'm not going to do that. I mean, yeah, it does take work to make a good relationship work. I think everybody's biggest problem is afraid of compromising. And sometimes most of the times you do have to compromise, and you have to sacrifice some things too as well, cutting some habits back, I think that's why you date first.
And you should be friends. You should be friends first.
Yeah. Yeah, because if let's say for example, if I'm dating somebody and I know that they smoke, I'm not going to tell them, well, hey, you want to be with me, you need to stop smoking. You've been smoking for over 20 years. You're not feeling just quit cold turkey.
And if they quit, they'll resent you. They'll resent you because they'll feel that you made them.
Exactly.
And that is the contention in your relationship.
I said dating, because this is somebody that I know, okay, he's a smoker. I'm not a smoker. So am I willing to deal with this in a relationship or not? That's why you have to date. You don't jump into a relationship because sex is good.
Mm-hmm. Because you can get loved down. A man will love you down and won't even buy you a burger.
Won't even buy you 2 tacos, Jack in the Box, and they only 99 cents. Hello, somebody.
BJ, what's your standing on that? I'm very curious to know.
Are you?
That was some shade, but go ahead.
Well, for me, like we said, dating first prior to being in a relationship. Ooh, rebel. You trying to be a rebel right now. But back to what I was saying. So you be friends first prior to the relationship. And I am all about compromise, that it has to be give and take within anyone's relationship. And to your point, DJ, like you said about smoking, and while you're dating that person, right? You want to encourage them to, maybe, if you know that there's something that ultimately you can't deal with, in my opinion, then I would say encourage. Mm-hmm. Encourage and see if they're even open to changing. Because we all can change when we're ready. But you have to make that person aware and communicate that, hey, this might be a big issue for me.
And how long do you date them before you bring that up?
Okay, good question. I would say maybe if you feel like it's going very seriously, then you maybe 6 months to a year, something like that. If they make it that far, then and you see yourself. The key is you have to see yourself that in the long run, this is gonna be someone you ultimately see yourself being with.
But you would bring that. I think that's too long a time. 6 months to a year. If you meet someone,
to wait to tell them how you feel about certain
you're
things.
muted, DJ.
Oh wait, you're muted, DJ.
Your mic isn't connected. But I think that you are a lover,
I am.
BJ, and I think that you wear your heart. Like, I think you have a big heart. And when you meet people, I think we as friends, I'm very protective and I give people a side eye because I'd be like, okay, what does he mean my friend any good? You know, what's going on?
I get that. I do.
It's still mute. You see like the little stripe on the mic. You may want to go out and come back in.
Go to the bottom of your StreamYard, DJ. You'll see the little mute button.
But yeah, you may just X out and come back in and it may come back on.
Yeah.
Are you? Okay.
Is that better? Can y'all hear?
There, you're back.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome back.
So yeah, I was asking. You're so silly. I was asking the question. When do you think is an appropriate time to start taking things to the next level, BJ?
Oh, for me?
I think 6 months. Some people do date for 6 months. Some people date for years. But 6 months, I guess now in time, it's a little bit long. I guess.
Hell, can you really hold together in 6 months?
I look at it as like, think of like a company. I'm not trying to use a company as an example, but it's kind of similar. You know, how a company won't give you benefits after 3 or 6 months, right? They want to see how you do, how you last. Do you change on me? Do you flip on me? You know, do you get comfortable? And then now here come your ugly ways or your, you know, or whatever. So I kind of look at that like, you know, companies are leery about giving you benefits.
Yeah, we're all in Houston, Jay.
Oh, yes. Well, they're leery, right, DJ, of giving you full benefits to the company or your PTO until you can prove to them, right, that you seem like you're a decent, serious employee. So I look at that like, I mean, I hate to say dating or relationships is similar to a job, but you could be like, you know.
I mean, I can see the connections. I can see how you're connecting it. But
yeah. I was talking to Jay in the chat.
Oh, I thought you were disagreeing. I was like, well, speak your piece.
You know what? I think that, okay, when you're in a relationship, do you think your personality is more dominant or submissive? Because I know my personality is more dominant.
Me too.
I personally feel DJ.
Answer the question for you. You submissive, BJ. Because everybody in the world loves BJ. That should be a scripture in the Bible for you. Everybody loves
don't get me wrong. I tend to take the more passive approach because I want to feel you out first. I want to feel you out. That's how I look at it like that. That silence don't mean weak, though. You got to remember that. Remember that, people in the comments.
But I do think that you tend to date guys that have stronger personalities than you. Whereas I date guys that I think my personality is so strong that it's like almost as if you make them fall in love more with you than you fall in love with them to a certain extent. That's not a good thing, but I think I've been that person that made guys like me more always than I like them. And y'all have been, and you know, DJ, you were in a long-term relationship and you've lived with someone. So how was that when y'all moved together? Was it overall the experience for you was?
Oh, he
You
went mute again.
mic is out again. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you. You
We
mute
can't.
again.
We can't.
There you go. Now
Okay.
you're back.
I don't know
Yeah.
why this is happening. Okay. Say again, Rob. I'm sorry.
I was saying when you and the person you were with were living together, was it your idea of living with someone? Was it all what it was cracked up to be, or was it? How do you feel about doing that over again?
It depends on the individual. I think when you date different people, they may have kind of the same similarities as your ex, or then they may not. From my past experience, and you know who it was that I was in a relationship with. It had its perks, BJ. it had its perks too. It had its perks. It had its flaws, just like any other relationship. But to be honest with you, I'm such a loner. Until I'm so used to being by myself, I don't know if I can be to the point where I'm ready to live with somebody right now. I don't know if I can, because I've been by myself for so long.
I feel like that also.
Yeah.
You've gotten accustomed to having your space. And it's like I feel like they're encroaching up on my personal space sometimes. And it's like, you can spend the night, but I want you to go home the next day. And this is a guy. So friends is different. If my friends spend the weekend with me, that's different. But a guy under me the whole weekend, and like, did someone text you? Why is your phone ringing? I do that right there. It's just too much because you don't know who's texting me. And I tend to be guys that may be a little insecure because I'm not clingy. So it's like, with me not being clingy, I think they take that as a sign that I'm not interested.
Right. And about me too, I'm very free spirited. So I don't think I'm ready to be in a contract with anybody right now. I want to be able to leave and go and come as I please. I don't want the obligation of a relationship right now. I'm just not ready for that. Do I get lonely sometimes? Of course. Do I long to be in a relationship? At times, of course. But believe you me, it leaves as quick as it comes. It'll leave, so I'll be all right.
Get a dog or a cat.
You got me.
It's not a dog or a cat. You know they always show unconditional love. Yes, they do.
So, what do you guys think about interracial dating? Because we've talked about this before, but just to get your input again.
I think it's okay. There's nothing. You love who
For
you
yourself.
love. Huh?
For yourself, would you date someone of another race?
I can. I've considered it, but I haven't really came across nobody that's like, okay, wow, I can see myself with that person. But I definitely can. Don't matter. Black, white, Latino, Middle East. If your heart is there, if you have the quality that I'm looking for in a person, I would go for it. And
I think that's BJ.
For me, I would too. I find a lot of different other races attractive. I just never have met someone willing to step out on or give that a try with. But I'm open to that, yeah.
And I think that's because I've dated white and Hispanic throughout the years. My preference has always been Black because I tend to have more in common with them. But when I've dated Hispanic guys, my experience with the Hispanic guys that I dated, that they were very, very possessive. And the white guy that I dated, he was very easygoing. The only reason that we didn't stay dating because his job moved to Alaska. But it was fun for what it was worth. And he was, he had dark features. He was Cajun. There's a particular type that I'm attracted to. I'm not attracted to red hair and freckles or blonde hair and blue eyes. I like a white guy that had like kind of Greek features, like dark features that may make him racially ambiguous to a certain extent. You may say, okay, you got something down your line in your genetic makeup because you tan real easily. I don't like pale skin. I'm not attracted to that. But
Anderson Cooper don't do it for you.
No, I think he's attractive. I think he's attractive. He has
I do
striking,
too.
he has striking features. But maybe if he came out of them clothes and I saw albino like nuts and you know, because all I'd be thinking about is the
I know the pink scares me. I agree. I can't do pink.
But when I tell you the guy that I dated, his name was Jeff. Jeff was very he was very, you know, just laid back, and he was easygoing, and it was different dating a white guy compared to dating a black guy for me, because I think the black guys tend to, for me, they are always like into a pissing contest, and we're very, it's like we would be butting heads because I have a strong personality and I'm not a pushover, but Jeff was like, you know, whatever you want, you know, let's go eat where you want to go eat at. Black guys will be like, if you they ask you, they'll be like, well, why you want to go there? But why the hell you asked me where I wanted to go?
Exactly. How about we just stay home and just order damn pizza and call it a night?
Because we could do that as well.
Exactly.
But do you think if you dated someone of another race and y'all got into an argument, do you be fearful if it was a white guy or Hispanic that they will call you the N-word?
Oh no, I'm not.
That brings me to
I can't say that. I can't say that it probably wouldn't cross their mind, or they went back and told their friends, you know, he made me so mad, I almost called him the N-word. They'll probably never tell you that, but don't think that's not going to cross their mind.
But I think on YouTube, there's been this ongoing thing about a certain person that's a white person that's coming in the sector. And they're saying that, you know, he's a racist and he's this and he's that. Now, I personally never heard him say anything racist, but people have said he has said. He's repeated. For example, he'll say that another black person, he'll repeat the N-word. And he'll say that this person was saying this about so-and-so, and he'll be saying the N-word. But do you think that makes him a racist? If he's arguing with a black person and he says the N-word, what's your standing on that? I'll tell you mine after y'all say yours. DJ?
You should never really, you should never say that word anyways. It's like, to me, that's like calling somebody the B word, or it's like calling somebody you fag. You know, I think the N word is just as rude as it's just as rude as that word to me. But not to switch topics, but I have a couple of friends. One is white, one is Hispanic, and they grew up around black culture. And, you know, they mentioned the N word around me, but not directly towards me, but like in music and stuff like that. But like, you have to watch that, because black people can take that the wrong way because of the history of that word.
But I wouldn't take it the wrong way.
I said some people. Everybody's different.
But does that offend you?
No, because I know him. And the person in the chat that you were telling me about, I would have, because I didn't know if that was intentionally or just because you're cool with black culture and you feel like you're okay with that word. I don't know which way to go with it. So it's better that you're not just saying it at all. Michelle's daughter, she don't use the N word, so she don't want anyone saying it around her. And I agree with Michelle's daughter on that.
BJ, what's your feeling?
Well, for me, like you said, I have to know you, know your personality, know certain aspects about you, maybe your history, your background, where you grew up. If I don't know you, then yes, I'm going 100% find it offensive and let you know I found that offensive and ask you to not say that word again. And you know, people can change. People do make mistakes. People do. We do say stuff out of anger.
Right.
But sometimes you are telling the truth when you're speaking out of anger. But you know, I mean, only time will tell if you're truly remorseful for what you said or not. Because I've said some things that I knew about.
I've said some things. I've called someone a fat B, but does that make me have a problem with all people that are overweight?
No, out of anger. I mean, who don't do that? I do that if the light is green and you still sitting there. I'm already because I don't know if you're a man or a woman or what. I'm just ready, but let's go. It's too much traffic. Let's go. So no, it don't mean that you just hate all drivers or hate all female drivers or hate all men drivers. It was just you just caught up in the moment of time.
And I think that also a lot of times they're just knee-jerk reactions. And I think that in this sector, a lot of times people pick and choose what they want to be offended by. Like when we talked about, a lot of women were up in arms because they said they don't want to be called the B.
I remember that.
I respect that. Let me say this. I respect that you don't want to be called the B, just like I don't want to be called the F. But stand in your stuff. When you're saying that, don't say you don't want to be called that. And then when your favorite content creators say, oh, come on here, and they saying it and you're cheering them on, or you're saying it yourself, because I've heard different people use that word as a word of empowerment. So to equate the F word and the B word, you're being dishonest. It's not, those two can't be, there's no equality in those two words, because we don't go around, like I said, we don't say, when I see y'all, I'll be like, what's up, my Fs? You know,
right.
Because if someone says that, what's your reaction is what compared to them saying, what's up, B? If someone said, what's up, B to you, DJ, what's your response to that? And this is someone that you're just like, not even a friend, but just a regular person. They say, what's up, B?
Did you say DJ or BJ? I'm sorry.
You, DJ. That's what I meant. DJ, yeah.
Oh. I wouldn't appreciate it because I don't really know them like that. And I'm like this, you treat me how I treat you. You know, like you two guys, I know we let our hair down. I know y'all personally. I've been knowing y'all for so many years, and a few other people that's in our entourage that's probably not on here right now. We can approach each other freely because we know each other. But if
we say B sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I said each other. That's why I said freely. But if you had a friend,
or even the G word,
or what?
Even the G word.
Oh yeah, even that.
Yeah.
But what's the G word? What's the second word? What?
Am I still clear? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. What's the G word?
Hey, girl.
Oh, okay, but that's kind of like tongue-in-cheek little lingo that we're using. Because I wouldn't even, if we're in front of a man that you're dating, I'm not going to call you girl.
No.
You know
that's
what I'm saying? It's talking like that.
To answer Michelle's daughter's questions, the G word is girls with other guys. With other gay guys call it girls.
Like G-spot, what the hell? But but I think if someone came up to me and said, "Hey, F," I'm immediate like, wait, what? You know, wait, what happened? Wait, what? You know, so the thing is, I would be like, who the hell? Because that word to me has no positive meaning at all. But does that mean, okay, say this. If a content creator said the F word and they were talking about another gay person, would that make them homophobic? Because what would make that different from a white person saying the N word? If they were mad and they said the N word out of anger, does that make them an outright bigot? Or if a woman on here calls someone the F word, would that make her a homophobe? I don't think that would make her a homophobe. I would think that people may be pissed off they want to get under your skin. But
it falls back to what I said earlier.
You can have racist tendencies. I can say that. Like, I've been guilty of it. Maybe one of my aunts will sometimes put out stuff like, Mexican drivers, they, and she'll just kind of go in and we'd be like, Mexican drivers? And she'd be like, yeah, sometimes they ain't got no insurance or whatever, and she'd be like, I'm leery when I'm driving around them. I don't want one of them to hit me because
that's a stereotype.
Yeah. And it'll lean towards that racist kind of connotation. And she'll say, oh no, I'm not racist. And then she'll try this. Oh, I'm not racist, I'm black. You know,
But
we
what if
can't.
that was reversed and a white person said that about black people?
Exactly.
You know what?
Exactly.
I'm that person that I put myself in other people's shoes because we have to be aware the history of black people. All black people are not in it for you. All black people don't bring you the best because there are black people that were killing other black people. There were slaves that were prisoners of war that was given over to the white people. So let's not get the house ninjas. The house ninjas were also turning their back on the field ninjas. You know, y'all, we can't use the words because they may be like,
right. Of course, I know.
But the thing is it okay for a white person to do things like that as opposed to a black? Why would you be? My question is, would you still fight for that black person if a white person was coming at them? The same black person that may have tried to do you just, if they tried to make you lose your job and all of that, would you still, if the black person tried to make you lose your job or do stuff that could get you in jail, and then with a white person and a white person start doing dirty things to them like they were doing to you, would you still be on that black person's side?
It depends on how severe it is. Probably not. I can't
get you in jail or get you fired. And they called your job. Now, keep in mind, they're calling your job saying that you were doing things. Maybe they called you a pedo, or they tried to say anything, making up anything. If because people on YouTube will stoop to a level like that. So
yes, they will.
That person did that to you, and then they got into it with a white person, and a white person would be just as dirty as they were to you. Would you still be on that black person's side to go against the white person? DJ?
Hey, Minty. How are you? I don't think I would, Rebel. I don't think I would. Because I haven't been in that situation. I don't know what my heart will allow me to do. You know, I can't really say what I would do. But more than likely, my mind is telling me, no, I'm not gonna be on his side. I'm gonna let him do whatever he had coming to him, and it had nothing to do with me. But my heart might be like, well, you know what? Why don't you save him? And he might have a change of heart, and maybe he's angry about something. Maybe I don't know what it is.
And that could be the case as well.
The case, you know.
BJ?
Me, like you said, it's case by case basis. I have to truly assess the situation. I mean, under normal circumstances, of course, I might, and that might be part of conditions of us, of how you've been taught or raised that, oh, you're supposed to look out for your own or automatically side with your own, versus somebody else.
But you know what? We say that in a perfect world. In a perfect world, but those blacks that were turning the slaves, the Africans that were giving the prisoners of war to the Europeans, that was their own as well.
Yeah,
the house ninjas that were turning against the field people, they were all black as well.
That's true. I look at it. You can take it back even further, Stephen, and say the kings and queens that.
Damn you!
My bad, Bravo. My bad.
Oh shit!
Helper? No, what were you saying?
I'll take that helper.
I don't know why it took me the way it did. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord have mercy.
You were
charge it to my head and not my heart. Charge it to my head and not my heart. But like I was saying, the queens in Africa sold us too for gold, money, or whatever the exchange was. So they initially contributed to putting us into slavery from the get-go. The white people couldn't take us; they had to sell us. So
And you know what? Some of my worst experiences, when I've gotten the worst attitude, was from Black police officers. My
Really?
experience, it was almost as if they were trying to prove something. Like they had a chip on their shoulder, like they were trying to prove something to their white uh, comrades. So I've never been to jail. Let me say this. Now that was a
Wow.
fantasy. Like I've dreamed and had a dream about going to jail for one night, but man, that was a fantasy. But I think that when the black officer gate was an a-hole, it was like he had a chip on his shoulder and he was trying to prove something. Now I've ran into a-hole white police officers, and I haven't had many experiences like that. But over the years, maybe like 3 times I've been pulled over. But I think the blacks was like, I'm gonna prove that, I don't know. It's like they were trying to show that they weren't giving me any favoritism because I was a black
Yeah.
person. They were being just extra.
Mm-hmm.
And, there are people, let's not act like we're not seeing what's going on in the inner city. Because there are a lot of black people that look like all of us that are killing people that look
Mm-hmm.
like all of us.
Absolutely.
They're not
Abs-
going into the white neighborhoods, putting a gun up to Becky's head. They're robbing their brothers and sisters. So
That's
when they're trying
right.
to rob you, would you say, "Oh, my brother, please don't rob me because we're kin, we're kindred spirits. No,
Yeah.
they're still gonna kill you or rob you." That's the reality. In a perfect world, I would want us to all be kumbaya under the same umbrella, but that's just not the case. I mean,
Yeah.
what's your feelings on that?
And yeah, you know what? I want to say this too because kind of similar to what you said, but mine is with supervisors and managers. Some of the worst and meanest and rudest managers that I've ever had have been black.
Mm,
And I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, it was just to the point where I was ready to transfer to another store. I'm like, I can't deal with this. The person from another race treated me more kind. What is the problem? And I'm not the type of person. I don't want to play the race card just to get by if I'm doing something wrong. I've had that problem in the type of field that I've done.
mm-hmm.
Just try to play the race card with me indirectly by saying, but look, bro, here's the deal. And I'm like, look, let's not play the race card right now. And one of my Hispanic friends said that they did the same thing, but instead what they'll do is they'll try to talk in Spanish to try to
Mm-hmm.
get what the law requires. And they was like, no, I can't do this. I'm not going to lose my job to put a smile on your face. And it's the same thing that she's dealing
Exactly.
with the black race, playing the race card.
And you know what? And that's my experiences because let me tell you, I've been called the N-word when I was in junior high.
Really
And
aggravating. Mm-hmm.
I whooped that guy's butt. His sister was a classmate of mine. He called me the N-word, and we were at a football game. And baby, when I tell you I windmilled on him, and I wore him out. Now, I've been with a group of friends, and another black person called us the F word because I had friends that were more flamboyant, and they were very. Those are my boys, and I love my friends, BJ. But I think some of my friends, I love you. I think some of my friends are more flamboyant, and that's their nature. BJ. Now in them pictures, honey, when you were posed up and he was little and he had that microphone in his hand. Here go BJ. BJ was like, baby, BJ. I said, oh, look at that little Gaby. I said, look at the little Gaby. But that's why I was surprised when your family was shocked when you came out. I'm like, now I know.
Well,
Now y'all not gonna sit up here and play with, but that's the thing. And you and your family have a great relationship now. But
yes.
the thing is, I think that I don't know, I've always had more of an intimidation by black people than whites. whites are scared of us. A lot of times, let me say this: whites a lot of times are intimidated, and they're afraid that you're going to be that stereotypical angry black that may curse them out. So
Yes.
they handle you very. I had a nurse manager when I worked in the OR, and she used to be like, I need you, because I was an OR, set up the rooms in orthopedics for surgery. And she would be like, I need you to pick up a patient. And I'd be like, Cynthia, I'm trying to set this room up for the next case. Now, do you want the case to be delayed, or do you want me to continue setting up the case? Or are you going to have someone to set this room up for me? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you continue doing what you do. But when I had that black nurse manager, that help was be like, well, you can do it when you come back. I was like, well, it's not going to be ready. And that, now that woman, when I tell you that was a half-ton B.
Oh, I told you some of the ones that I had was black. And see, I guess I don't know if it's because of the cattiness that we both have. I don't know what it was, but some of my best managers, even to the day, are white. I love them to death.
You know those chairs in the OR, like your regular chairs when you have meetings, they have like the sides that are kind of rigid, like the metal side. Baby, when she would get her arse in that chair, it would look like a muffin that was overbaked sitting in that damn chair.
Stop, Rebel.
All arse, sides, and I was like, that's a hell of a chair to support all 500 and something pounds of that. But she was very confrontational, but she wasn't there long because we gave her bad reviews and they got her the hell up out of there. But I think that I want to reach out to other black people, and I want to have that connection. But y'all know how our experience has been. Like, even BJ was there when I had the fight. Y'all remember when I told y'all about the fight I had with that big old queen? Yeah. That big old queen from Detroit? Yeah. The queen from Detroit?
Oh,
BJ, you were there. You was there one of the times we got it. You were there both times when we got into it.
I was there both times.
But I think, like with him, how BJ is so easygoing that this guy would throw little comments at BJ, and BJ be like, "Oh, child," he'd be like, "Whatever."
Yeah, I would brush it off. I was maybe a week just because I didn't say nothing back to him. I just didn't care.
But see, that's what we different. That's what we different. Because I'm not gonna put up with nothing like that. And me and Rebel had a conversation the other day, and we was like, who are the meanest people in our circle? And I thought it'd be Rebel, and then it'd be me, and you came out at the bottom. You are the most friendliest one in the group, BJ, because everybody loves you. But BJ,
okay, out of us three, BJ, your opinion, who do you think? Now, seriously, who do you think is the more confrontational out of us? Who would probably fight quicker?
You.
Thank you.
Okay, but BJ, but you would fight BJ also. You and DJ, they would probably do a little bit more, and DJ would be like, okay, we finna knuckle up.
Already.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have that side to me, and remember how you and our other friends used to exploit that when y'all would make the memes. Don't let the demon come out.
Baby, when we got into it with me and this guy, Lynn, this one person from Detroit, this boy has a chip on his shoulder, and he was so confrontational, and he was mad because he was built like sponge. He was shaped like a bell pepper. Now, he was angry, but
BJ's so silly.
Now, when we got into it,
I mean, that don't even do it justice.
When we got into it, when we were at Reva's, BJ, and we got into it, and the people, baby, the white people,
I'll never forget it. I was dressed for work.
And he was getting cute, and I stood up out of my seat. I was like, B, what you want to do? The white people was like,
oh, wait, no. Rebel, this is how it happened. So after you and him got into it.
We all listening.
Yes, you and him got into it, right? So first he started calling me a hoe and all this other stuff. And I'm laughing. Remember, it's a table full of people. So I hear it down there on that end, but I'm not paying it any mind. And you had a friend next to you, and who was, you know, your boo at the time. And he started berating you. And then that's when you snapped and said, look, ain't gonna be enough bees and hoes, you know, over here. I don't know who you trying to talk to with all of that. And he's like, I'm talking to you, you know, and then he stood up, and then you stood up. And then here go all the white people at Revis. Oh!
I was yo.
You remember that? Everybody started running. That whole place cleared out when y'all looked like y'all was about to fight. Remember that whole place said, ah! And then the manager came over and was like, y'all gonna have to leave or something like that. And Zeke was like, well, hold on.
That was when BJ, that was when me and Jarvis were together.
Right. So, that was when y'all were together. And remember, Jarvis at the time thought that you were taking her from me. And you was like, no. I was just pissed off that he started making side comments to you. You was like, you wasn't worried about me because it seemed like I wasn't bothered. But when he started with you, you was like, I think in your words, you're like, I'm not BJ. You're not gonna do me like that.
I was like, no, bitch, I'm not BJ. You got me fucked up.
That's crazy.
So,
and yes, BJ, all the white people got up and ran up out of there. Maybe they had kids.
The second time when we got into it at another restaurant, and that
Italian place in Rice Village.
We was at an Italian restaurant. Child, I was dressed with a button-down shirt on, slacks. We get into it, and he
I remember how that started too. He was complaining about the gifts that we gave our friend for his birthday. Remember, he was saying because he had a gift, and he assumed that we never gave a gift because he didn't see no gifts.
He didn't see the gift, but little did he know I had gave my friend the gift before we came. So why the hell are you worried about what I'm giving him? Because you and I are not friends at this point.
Right. Y'all wasn't even on speaking terms. And like a little
when you don't speak to a person and you ignore them, that pisses them off because I act like he didn't exist.
Yes. So like a little pit bull, DJ Rebel was sitting on ready. So as soon as he started making them comments, Rebel was like,
The thing is this: if y'all got into it the first time, why would y'all come on each other the second time? How did that happen?
But Micah was friends with both of us.
Right.
Gotcha.
And he tried to be impartial. He tried to be impartial to the situation.
Gotcha.
But this is one of those kind of gay people, y'all, that talked about everybody but still want to be around everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, baby, he picked up a chair like he was going to throw it at me. And I was like,
what was at Olive Garden or something? You said Italian restaurant.
It was at
this was outside, DJ, when we got outside. We took him outside to pull him off.
I was like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Let's do it. What the fuck you gonna do? Baby, he had that chair. Baby, he was, now keep in mind, I'm every bit of 140, and he's like 240 pounds. But baby, we was on that ground rolling over. We was rolling over like two pit bulls.
Yes, they were. Me and our friend Zeke, baby, we was rolling, tussling, trying to break them up. Then this Hispanic man came in the parking lot, DJ, and said, "What's going on?" Then he jumped in and trying to break them up. then their cell phone flew, and Zeke was like, "Get the phones." DJ, Rebel's phone flew. The other boy's phone flew.
Wow.
Yeah, let me say this.
Go ahead.
I was like, that was not a good thing because I know how I am. I knew that he's the kind of person that you would have to really hurt him. And I knew that if I did something too drastic to that boy, I would be in jail. So I'm like, I'm just not going to talk to him. I phased him out. When I would see him, I would speak to people, not speak to him. Bitch, you don't exist. You're mad at me because you're angry at the world. And y'all, you know what he did to BJ? Let me tell you what he did to BJ.
Oh, no, honey.
BJ, to be quiet.
Now let me spill some tea. This tea is sweet.
My God.
Tetley tea. So BJ had met him an Islander man, and BJ has a thing for island men and men from other countries. But so, baby, BJ was dating this guy from New York, and he had about 6 kids.
Mother.
Keep in mind, he would be like, now the guy was flirtatious with everybody, BJ.
He was very friendly.
Very friendly, very touchy-feely. But he was an a-hole, and I didn't like how he acted with you.
I drove to Baytown. I'll be on the phone.
Let me tell you what this little tuna melt did. So the guy told him to come to Baytown to pick him up. Now keep in mind, this is like an hour and something drive away. BJ drove to see this guy, and the guy said, you was running late. And he told BJ he wasn't going. You didn't drove out here for nothing, but he still came, right?
He did.
But he was an a-hole, and I didn't like him. But so the same person I had a fight with, did you not notice heifer got the boy's phone like he was looking at the phone? He was like, can I see your phone? He was like, I like this phone. Why did he text himself from the boy's phone so he can have the boy's phone number?
Wow. I've been something like that before. Yep, I've been through something like that before.
But so him and the boy started a relationship, and the boy had him to call BJ and break up with BJ. And that was dirty as hell.
That was very dirty.
That was tacky.
Very.
So with him calling doing that, the only thing he saw was that boy had his own place. He had a car that he could use all the time because he was keeping his car and doing everything. While he was out of town, you didn't got cable in your apartment for him. And he looked at, I think he was the epitome of what a lot of gay men go after, which was he was an islander, kind of thuggish, hardcore dude.
Mm-hmm.
And
masculine.
Very masculine. But that was it. He had nothing else that he was bringing to the table.
He claimed he was this music producer, DJ in Atlanta.
Producer. He had so much money.
He would show all different kind of stuff. He would tell him and all my friends that he produced for all these different people.
But he was an a-hole. And y'all, this is what I say when I say BJ. BJ is a loving person. But even when you met that guy that was crazy, remember the guy, the light-skinned one?
The one from Louisiana, yes. Creole. Marcus was his name.
Crazy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But
what is the Bro J event? I'm reading a comment here from Michelle's daughter.
Oh, that's like when I went to San Antonio for Labor Day that time with the other content creators. Remember I told y'all about that?
Yeah. That's right. That's like Michelle too.
Yeah, I would like for y'all to come to San Antonio. Well, you know, we've been talking about doing more road trips.
We had
a good time in Austin.
We did. But
yes,
COVID. Hey, Jess. Hey, Love Bugs. Yeah, COVID has just been derailing a lot of things. But Rebel, I want to ask this: does Micah still associate with this person?
I don't know. Does he, BJ?
No, he doesn't.
Because
they're still friends on social media, but he hasn't heard from him in forever.
The guy can't fall out with everyone. He's falling
Yeah,
out.
DJ, he fell out with everybody.
His closest
Even his
friend that was
last
best for
closest
him.
best friend.
Let me tell you, his closest friend that used to always come to his defense, baby, on Facebook, he put it all out. His whole business, his
He
stats.
went nuclear bomb on him, DJ.
Say it again, BJ.
He said his
He went
status.
nuclear bomb, meaning he just decimated him. There was nothing left after
Nothing
his
left.
post.
Jesus.
And
It's
this was
like
the same
Bill.
person saying,
He
this
killed
was the same
Bill.
person saying y'all should give him a chance. And no, but
No, that's not gonna happen.
but he said give him a chance. But then when he ultimately turned on him because it was only a matter of time, you know.
Yeah, true.
But
True.
I was telling y'all, you know, and I miss us, you know, getting together because we would get together more so and do our brunches. And the last brunch we had, it was a really good time. We had a good time. I did. And after that, everything went to hell in a handbasket.
Yes,
Everything with
it
the hell
It's
everything.
literally that next few days after my birthday gathering, it just exploded. Corona say bye Houston, shut down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how
But
has your
just but many parts of a lot the whole country.
yo, what's going on with your jobs? How is everything? Has everything gotten back on track? How is that?
My job is still good. My job is still because you know it's for the state, so I'm good. And I think all three of us are doing pretty good.
BJ?
You know, I work for the state too, and our job, there's no OT, they took our raises, took our bonuses to keep our jobs. So we're thankful for that at least. We still keep getting a full paycheck and keep our jobs. They're talking about actually keeping maybe 30% of the workforce working from home, maybe permanently. They're liking some of the people that are working from home, and a lot of those people are liking to work from home. And they're thinking of maybe keeping a lot of those people just working from home. That's something that they're talking about.
What you were gonna say, DJ?
I don't think I'm built for that. Well, my job, I need my computer, and I deal with a lot of packages that I need to like receive via FedEx. So we sign for them, or well, now we're not signing because of COVID, but we get a lot of FedEx packages in the office. But some of my coworkers, they can take the work home. But because I have my own office. If I work from home, I wouldn't get nothing. But I'd be so distracted. I'd be popping popcorn. I'd be watching Netflix. I'd go to the corner store. I do everything but my job. So it's best for me to stay my little behind in the office so I know I can focus. I could work from home.
This one right here.
What?
You know what? Because you'd be at home and you'd have something, you know, your mother would cook or something, and you'd be like, then you got to do your homework.
And then I'll sleep in. I would log in on that computer and roll right back to sleep. But see, at my job, you have to document from 8 to 5 or whatever, everything that you do, Rebel. You got to document. You create a spreadsheet. The people that work from home, and they need you to because you can't clock in and clock out. So you have to document everything you did that work day to justify your 8 hours. So I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not doing that work from home and trying to prove.
Purple Power was asking you something, DJ.
Oh, yeah, DJ. He was asking you something in the comments.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's not the one. That's not the time to ask that. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Rebel, help me out with this. I haven't been able to do it yet. I don't know what is going on. I need a lot of fire under my behind to get this done. I promise you I'm going to work on this. I promise you I am. I'm promising myself that. And then I can tell it takes a lot of focus. And I get distracted with life and things until like, if I don't talk to Rebel, I won't think about it. So this is Rebel's fault.
Oh crap! Like the whole virtual reunion. I'm the Eva. Woo!
Uh-uh.
You know,
What did
Eva
y'all think-
always had to come there.
What did you think of the virtual reunion, The Housewives?
Did you watch part 2 tonight?
I didn't, but I'm gonna go and watch it tonight and tomorrow.
Okay. I thought the virtual reunion was gonna be horrible or maybe weird or whatever, but it's good, DJ. It's good, Rebel. They are coming for each other in hilarious ways. So
I was
I don't
gonna
know.
say, I went to Kroger's. Y'all, I went to Kroger's and look what I found in Kroger's.
Oh, cotton candy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Have y'all had these before?
I don't think I have.
They taste so good. And someone recommended, Leo the Lioness, she recommended putting them in the freezer. And she said when you eat them, they taste like sherbet when you eat them when they're cold. So of course, you know, I'm gonna be grubbing. But when I made groceries, child, produce and fruits are so expensive now. Apples, like the apples I get are like the Honey Crisp, and I got like these apples called opals, and everything came up to like 90 something, almost $100. You know, do y'all find when you go make groceries, DJ, BJ, that you tend to spend more now because prices have crept up?
Of course they have.
They have.
But because it's me and I'm a single person, I live by myself, I don't really pay, I don't spend that much because I don't eat that much. Food can last me a long time. I mean, I can just put it to you like that. So I don't really pay attention to, am I spending much more or not? Because I don't buy too much. But food prices has definitely gone up here in Texas, just like probably everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's for sure.
Yeah, I think that it has gone up because I was looking at meat and I was like, oh my God, this like turkey ground meat and some of the ground meat was like $8-9 and it's usually like $5. It's like the price jumped.
The meat went up, Rebel, because of COVID. Remember
the factory workers.
Yeah, the factories, people testing positive and stuff.
Right.
Oh, Lynn, you spent $96 just like I spent $96. That's funny.
See, I be spending maybe 50 or 60, but that's plenty for me. Sometimes too much. So I don't know.
Every week?
Huh?
Do you go every week?
No, I don't. This lasts me I haven't been to the grocery store. To be honest, I haven't been since maybe the last week of April. You know,
really?
Because I buy family packs and I break them down and I put them in freezer bags and, you know, I make it last.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, you guys, my thing is falling. I'm sorry, but yeah, I make it last.
You know, it's 5 people over here, so that's any trip out there is gonna be a big trip.
Okay. But I think with me, I tend to buy things that are kind of expensive. Like I don't be price checking that much and I need to. Like I'll get like pita bread that costs more than regular bread, or you know, like the grapes or the different types of apples or some of the juices that are more premium types juices. They tend to be, you know, you can get juice for like 99 cents a jug as opposed to me getting it for like $3.99 or something or $2.99. You know, I think that's where the price comes in at. And I need to learn how to not waste stuff because when I buy produce a lot of time, it goes, you know how bananas and stuff spoil quick.
Oh my God, they go so fast. Yeah.
Like the third day they be brown, you know.
Right.
They do.
But you know, I didn't realize brown bananas is what they usually use to do banana bread. I didn't know that. They turn brown and then they make banana bread out of it.
And when I do the banana pudding, you remember you and I had that competition and I wore you out. But
oh boy.
Woo! Nice try, Toots.
It was a battle, baby. It was a battle, baby. No.
It wasn't bad. You tried to turn a plum into a peach. You tried it.
baby, but they cleaned that pan.
They too. And Michelle has a good point. You can freeze the bananas and make a smoothie out of them.
That's what I do.
Oh yeah, you're right, Michelle. That's true too.
I freeze the bananas, and even when I buy spinach, I put it in Ziploc bags and freeze it for my smoothies.
Really?
I have Blue Diamond almond milk with a hint of honey. And you know what? The thing about almond milk, it lasts for so long. I'm scared because I've had it like two weeks, and I'm like, is it still good? And then I'll taste it, and it still tastes exactly the same. So I'm like, am I getting all the right proteins from this almond milk? Because it is almost 3 weeks old, and I've opened it, but it doesn't spoil. What do y'all think in the chat? How long is almond milk? How long does that last?
Child, you asked the wrong person. Michelle spent $350 at the store. Lord Jesus.
Ooh, Michelle's daughter, baby.
But you know what? Sprouts is an organic store, so they're going to be expensive, kind of like Whole Foods.
Yeah, Sprouts especially.
Yes.
Yeah, Sprouts is very expensive.
Hell, Costco. And I go to Sam's now, and I kind of buy more things at Sam's. They be having pretty good, but Randall's produce and stuff to me is much better than Kroger's. It's just a little bit more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I go to HEB a lot.
I like HEB.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle's daughter said she tried to buy organic. Child, organic get expensive though. That organic stuff, and I'd be like, well, damn.
Being healthy is very expensive.
Yeah, and you know, just put on there. It should have the date on the card when to discard. And that's kind of common sense, Rob. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, but let me say this.
Well, I wanted to say it, BJ, but I kept that to myself.
The milk may go the expiration date if you don't open it and use it.
Everything has an expiration.
What's all this?
Even relationships have an expiration, BJ.
They sure do, but then you got beat. Bro, you didn't have to go there. Lord Jesus.
Sit down, Janet. It's not all for you.
We're gonna keep Janet name out of this. Nancy don't even milk, child.
I don't drink milk either.
I'm not a big milk drinker neither. When I was a kid, I used to, but I'm not a big milk drinker neither. I just
Do y'all like to drink protein?
Protein shakes.
Did you say smoothies?
Protein, any type of protein.
Oh.
Like a protein shake or something.
Yeah, protein shake.
Well.
With you. But you know what? But let me tell y'all this. I had some almond milk, and it said it expires May the 24th. But I've had it for like a month. So I bought another thing of almond milk today. And I'm like, it tastes the same, but I think I'm just going to throw the old one out because I'm like, I need to use that within a timely manner and not keep it so long. I ain't being messy, Michelle's daughter.
Yes, he was. Yes. You better point it out, Michelle's daughter.
Michelle, you better preach. I'm going to pay my tithes.
Lord have mercy. They don't.
Oh my God.
But Michelle's daughter, Michelle's daughter want to meet y'all at the next event in San Antonio.
But you know what? Because I know because of COVID, a lot of things has been pushed off.
It's been postponed, but so it's not going to probably go into next year. But
J-Bo,
of course, we're going to do a trip. We're going to do a trip to, but our friend is not in his house anymore. DJ,
Don't say in Austin?
Gerald is not in his house anymore.
Really?
Honey, Micah didn't tell you Gerald's in an apartment now.
No.
Yes. You know what?
No, for real. Okay, I'm serious. Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I have to get this.
I mean,
I have
maybe
to get
things
this
happen.
honey sweet tea when I get off the phone.
We have to be mindful about, conversations and people's business and all that. But yeah, COVID has been really derailing. Like I say earlier, it's been derailing a lot of people financially. And sometimes you have to take a step back. I mean, I've done it.
I've done it as well.
I mean, there's been times but this was years ago, but I had to move back home to my parents' house to regroup and then come back out. It happened. So,
Just. And
Just, baby. Oh my.
But,
I agree. It's supposed to be a week. Just a week after the expiration. A week. Just a week.
Listen, it's not May the 24th yet. Hell, I think that almond milk lasts a long time though, y'all. It's not like regular milk.
I hear you, but they usually say it's Rebel that it's about a week or two after the expiration where you might be safe. After that, you messing with Diarrhea Central.
Yeah, I think I will just throw it away. Ciao. Anyway.
Yeah. Michelle said that the next gathering might be in December.
Oh, okay.
So we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool because I mean San Antonio is like 3 hours away.
That is true.
Yeah, about 2.5, 3 hours.
Baby, but y'all, I think that because I told y'all that I've been looking at in the next year and a half, I'm gonna buy a condo. And I want to stay in the same area. I saw some down the street. But y'all, I've been looking and the prices, I think the prices are pretty good because the prices I see like about 150, 140. And these are like 3 bedrooms because I don't want something too big because it's just me. I'm getting a dog and I don't want, if I meet someone, I want him to have his own place and we spend weekends at each other's place. But what do y'all think as far as you, DJ? We talked about this recently. What do you think as far as you buying a place?
I'm trying to figure out why Lynn T don't want to drink when she come down here to Texas. You drinking everything when you come down here, Miss Thing. In Texas,
and I might be in Detroit. Let me say this. I might go to Detroit on the 29th because my friend Larissa is moving to Detroit and he asked me would I drive with him to Detroit, but he's going to get my plane ticket. If he ain't getting my plane ticket or paying half on it, I'm not going. But anyway, what you were going to say, DJ?
What was the question again about a house or a townhome? Because we did have the conversation earlier.
A townhome. What are you looking as far as? Are you looking ultimately to buy something? Would be your ideal place?
My ideal place would probably be a townhome. Like I said, I'm a single person, and I love the way townhomes are set up around the outskirts of the area, such as Cypress, Montgomery, Waller, Fort Bend, areas like those. They're just so sophisticated looking, and I think they're probably easier to maintain than actually having a house. But whatever God puts me in, I'm satisfied with it. I know He's not gonna put me into nothing that I'm not gonna want. So, But the first thing I'm doing is I'm working on my credit. So you guys make sure y'all work on your credit. I hate to say this, but the credit defines who you are. The eye of the public. If you have bad credit, you're a bad person. So work on your credit. There are people that
the eyes of the banks and the creditors. Yes, sir.
And you know
they
what?
do.
And I think like with now, I've paid my car note up until I don't have a car note due until September.
That's good.
I paid my car note. So what I'm doing now is I pulled my credit report. So I see that I have some things I need to pay off. And I'm I'm going to set up payment. I'm doing all this tomorrow to set up payment arrangements to pay things off so I won't have those negative marks on my credit. Because again, I have a year and a half to pay my car off. Almost.
Okay.
Yeah, I have like a year and a half or so. So I'm trying to, have that revolving credit. I'm trying to look at getting more credit cards that I'm keeping paying, revolving, but paying them down, consistently.
Right.
I don't have a gas card. I need to get a gas card just to, a Chevron gas card because I go to Chevron and something like that. Because I think they kind of want you to have like 4 or 5 things of revolving credit. Like I was listening to a person that talked about building up credit, and he was saying that, and it depends on how high your credit score is as well. But BJ, we talked about this. Now BJ wants this huge house. What did you say you wanted? Because this was a while back. What did you say?
Lord, I said this dream home I wanted, DJ. It was like Chateau Chiray, a good 10,000.
Really?
Okay, let's bring it down a little bit. Let's bring it down just a notch, BJ. Well, come in. BJ.
And I only said that because I like to, y'all know how friendly I am, and I like to entertain, and I like company. So I would want where we have a movie theater area. I want a big dining room area. I want maybe these socks.
Y'all like my unlisted and my fun socks. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
I said I wanted a basement if I could get one where we could party like a club in the bottom. And that way the neighbors don't hear it and complain and try to, call the po-po. Talking about the music too loud. Well, we downstairs in the basement. You can't even hear us.
But BJ, in Houston, there's not a lot of basements. You don't really find
No,
basements.
they're not. And so I know it'd be very hard to try to get one built. It might be very expensive, I'm sure.
So let's say, because I told you like staying, right? Like BJ is very comfortable at staying at home. I said he may just ultimately become his parents' caregiver and just stay at home.
Ooh, you tried it.
So my glass was saying it was too much.
But you and your family have a good relationship, and you like
we
staying.
do. We really do. And God willing, I should have my bachelor's degree by the end of next year. I only got 9 more classes left, so I'm gonna knock out 4, 2 in the summer, 2 in the fall. They'll leave me with about 6 or 5, and then I'll knock out the rest of them next year. And then, so by the end of next year, I should have the bachelor's, and then hopefully COVID would have calmed down. And by then, hopefully, because it's a hiring freeze at my job right now, so hopefully it'll, come up, and then I can try to promote myself.
But wait, the degree is in administration or
healthcare administration?
Okay, healthcare administration,
like health management. Yeah.
Okay. But I think that you have a lot of job stability because you've been at your job for how many years?
12, going on 13.
And DJ, you've been on your job.
The job that I am now, I've been on here for 4 years, but the same line of work since 2010, so about 10 years now. I'm just in a new office doing something new, but it's still the same line of work.
And I've been at the hospital working, but at the hospital, the thing is you can transfer from different departments to different departments. And I've done that. So I've been at the hospital about—
That's right, Lynn. You said it, don't do me.
I've been at the hospital for like about 17 years.
Okay.
But that's different departments, and I think that I like the people that I work with. And I have friendships with some of my coworkers and my managers, my director. I can call my director and have a casual conversation with him. So I like that type of an environment. And, you can have your input on things. In this job I have, I have my own phone and, my own workstation and everything that I, have my, and I think that I like that I'm not monitored and I'm not micromanaged because I do my job and I can go home when I want to. But of course, now, baby, they're not letting us we're not getting 10 minutes of overtime.
No overtime neither. Absolutely not.
You know what? I thought that I was gonna get by with 3 hours of overtime because I was like, okay, well, I worked on Saturday and Saturday is usually like all overtime for me. But what they're doing now is making us take off during the week. So Saturday is not an overtime day. Now we still get paid more to work on Saturday because we get paid the weekend differential. But that when I work those 3 hours, they just bank that into my PTO. So we're not, they put a freeze on that. I don't think we're going to get raises anytime soon.
Not this year.
I'm like, dang, but I'm glad that I was able to do what I needed to do before all of this happened because it allowed me to pay, when I was paying on stuff and I was paying ahead of time and I was getting little dings in my messenger. My Yahoo Mail was saying my credit score was going up because of me paying. They said you got a positive increase in your credit because of me making my car payments on time. But when I pulled my credit report up and I saw some things, a lot of times we're not, in my family, we weren't raised to be responsible with our credit. It was like I had a T-Mobile phone and I was like, but this bill is how much? Oh, child, I'm going to Sprint. How much is this bill? Okay, I'm going to AT&T. But I don't have any of those on my credit now because I did pay some things off before. But the thing was, I have Comcast and I didn't realize that I was still being charged for the Comcast when I moved. I had to, when we were in the house and it flooded. So the Comcast stuff was messed up. And I'm telling them, the satellite and stuff is still at the house, but I was being charged because of that. And, I disputed it and everything because that was a natural, a disaster, a national disaster. I mean, but I just think that I'm just going to move forward and pay all those things off on my credit. And I don't have an outrageous amount of things that I have to pay off. When I look at my credit, I'm really forthcoming with this kind of stuff. I would probably say there's probably like about $2,000 that I have to pay off on my credit. Maybe about $2,500. I could pay that off within,
Yeah, mine was 1,200, and most of that is from Verizon. So I know exactly what you mean when you say cell phone companies. Trust me, and Verizon's one of the worst ones. Good service, but man, they are expensive.
Baby,
yes, they are.
Baby, Verizon is high as giraffe twat.
Yes, they are.
And I don't know who's more expensive, Verizon or AT&T, because AT&T is not cheap.
Though they're not, they're probably teeter-top.
I think Verizon's the most expensive, though.
Okay. But AT&T, for me, they offered more phones, I think. But back in the day, but the cheapest has always been Sprint.
Yeah, they have. But Sprint has now merged with T-Mobile now.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, T-Mobile bought out Sprint now.
Yeah, T-Mobile brought Sprint, so we'll have to see how that goes.
So, but tomorrow, basically, I'm off. So I'm going to be calling the numbers. I'm going to call these companies and I'm going to see about payment plans and getting on a payment plan. And again, I don't have a car note due until September. And when I get paid, I've still been putting money toward my car note. So I'll pay my bills and I'll still put like $200 or $300 toward my car note. So even when September comes, I may not have a car note due until November or something, because I've paid it little increments here and there. But it does make a difference, your credit, because I want to get me something. I want to 15 years, Raina, with Raina's been with T-Mobile 15 years.
Yeah, Raina's been with T-Mobile, and you know what, Raina, her car
I've been
number
concerned about that long.
next year in July. What'd you say,
Oh,
BJ?
$400, baby.
Yeah,
And let me tell you, my car note is $650 a month.
mine is 550.
So I've
Mine
been
is
paying my car note
376.
double. That's why I paid my car note. When I've been getting paid, I've been paying 2 car notes. I was paying it ahead. I was like, okay, let me do this now. When I got the stimulus money, I just put that all toward my car note. I was
That's
like,
what you do. Pay that interest down. Pay it
That's
down.
it, BJ. You're
Right,
right.
and just had a point about you don't want to open up too many lines of credit because it can hurt your credit report. It'll be on there for 2 years. And I wanted to recognize that's a very true statement because I kind of made that mistake before. So
but
try
you do
not to
want
just
to have
open this and open that.
you want to have some open lines of credit though when you get because you want to
Not
let
too many.
huh? You said not too many.
Not too many.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I can see that because they may look at your overhead as being too much that you're trying to cut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
yeah,
Lynn T say shout out to T-Mobile. Hey T-Mobile. Everybody on here probably got T-Mobile. Somebody said that they was with Verizon. And Verizon, they have very good service. Michelle says that.
Oh my God, Michelle.
Oh my goodness. And look at her emoji. I put the same emoji too if I was paying that much for a car. No, girl, no ma'am.
Michelle, what kind of car do you have?
After seeing that.
You better
Michelle,
have
what kind of
a
Mercedes? What's that? You have a BMW or a Mercedes, Michelle's daughter?
She gotta have something, a brand new Silverado or something. Golly.
She drives a Mazda.
Yes,
okay. A Tesla. She must have a Tesla.
She must have a Tesla or a Porsche.
I can see that being the case with the BMWs being that amount. Yes. But you know what? When I went and got my car, I looked at the BMWs and I looked at the Audis and I looked at the Mercedes. And I said, which one did I want? The IS 250 that I have, it is cheaper to get it fixed. It didn't have all the mechanical issues that some of those cars had because it's a Toyota at the end of the day. So,
and that's what I have. I love my SUV.
Because you have a.
I do too. I love my mahogany.
Amen. With our names for our cars. What's up, academic?
Anthony McNeil has a point about T-Mobile and Sprint.
Anthony, I didn't think about that, Anthony McNeil. Thank you for that.
Y'all, but I think that when I went in there and I test drove the BMW 328, I think it was a 328i, I think. I drove it and my Lexus drove better than the BMW. Now, the BMW to me had more power than the Lexus, but the Lexus is more of a long distance driving car. Like if you go out of town, it's going to be a smoother ride for me.
And I love the Lexus SUVs. Oh my God. So nice. I like BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus SUVs. All three of their SUVs are nice.
Is that a 4Runner? DJ?
Yeah.
Right. What SUV you have?
BJ, me, I have a 4Runner. Yeah.
4Runner. And BJ, you have a Mazda, which one?
Mazda CX-5. They call it like a compact SUV.
But I love the color of it. See, me and DJ, we got our black cars.
I love black.
Hello. But black cars, well.
And I love blue. Blue is my favorite. But when I saw that red, I was like, that red is such a unique color.
Your red is like a candy apple type of a red, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very unique. Because it's funny. It don't even when I stand next to other candy apple red cars, it still don't look the same. I be like, oh.
Okay. I like that you have a big back seat area, and if in case you need to get busy back there, you can let that seat down.
Yeah, it's true too.
But we know that's not going to be happening anytime soon.
Hold on, you guys. I cannot hear y'all.
Why, baby? Why? Why? Why?
Hello?
Why must
I can hear you.
Save me so much, baby? Why?
Oh, I love black, baby. I love a black car. But I think the Jeep, I'm going to get the Jeep I'm getting the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. That's going to be my next car. Okay, he's going to lie. I'm getting the Rubicon, and I want some big tires on it because, baby, Houston floods too much, and I want to be able to drive through every water, little obstacle.
Yes. Like, it's this Xfinity SUV that I love. It's like the QX60 or something like that, QX80 or QX60. Ooh, it's bad. I was like, I wouldn't mind that either. But black get dirty too quick. It's that, the Rebel. Black get dirty. Black and white, they both get dirty.
Someone had some paint. Some paint was on in the parking lot. I ran over the paint. Now little white splotches have splashed up on my car. So I'm probably going to have to get the car buffed or something to get it out. But I was pissed, and it dried quick.
I believe you.
But I think that I like that. Hell, BJ, y'all, let me tell y'all. This one right here, that one right there, we had a wreck in his car. We had a wreck.
I knew you was gonna bring that up, baby.
We were driving
that's
to
the only reason I got the Mazda CX-5.
That's the reason he got the Mazda. But y'all, when I had y'all remember my little blue car? My Kia?
Oh, DJ,
wait.
You muted DJ.
I'm good. I got it.
Okay. I do remember.
I had my little blue two-door Kia. It was a little
blue sports car. Was so cute.
It was so cute, but then that wench totaled my car when she hit me, and that's when I got the IS250. But so
not that wench.
That little wench, she was on her phone, and she was like, "I know, see you. I was like, "Girl, you were on your phone." And she was Asian, and I was coming behind the metro, and she made the left, and she didn't see me behind the metro, and she hit my car. And baby, I was just walking around like, Lord have mercy, Lord.
I know, she was like my po baby.
This car, I posted pictures on my community.
I remember you did it, and I was like, oh no, R.I.P.
But let me tell y'all about the wreck that we were in. So we're driving to Austin. It was raining cats and dogs. That one. I told him, BJ, you're riding too close to the side.
Just. Wait a minute, just.
But you know what, though? She do got a point. But I'm going to tell you something. People are worse in Dallas. Trust me.
Tell it, DJ. Tell the truth, sir.
Their freeways are just a-hole backwards. I don't know who designed it, and I love Dallas. But their drivers are, if you can drive in Dallas, you can drive anywhere. But Houston drivers, they are terrible. She do got a point there.
I used to drive to Dallas on a regular a lot of times. That little 4-hour drive, it was nothing. But this one right here,
he's not gonna let you get away with it. I was trying to change the subject.
It was raining, y'all. It was raining cats and dogs. Hell, I thought I saw a damn mermaid. But y'all, I said, BJ, honey, and y'all, let me tell you what BJ does. BJ will be talking on the phone, and he'll be like, this is BJ. He'll be talking to you, or you'll be on the side of him, and he'll be driving, and you'll be like, yeah, BJ, what? You'll be saying, BJ, so yesterday we went on, he's like, yeah, so what you, I'm like, bitch, you better look at this road. Yo,
You know what I'm like? What the hell you looking at me for, BJ? Keep your eyes on the road.
I said, BJ, I said, honey, why are you looking at me? You need to pay attention to the road. But so it was raining. So y'all know my nerves was already bad with this one right here.
Yes, his nerves already be bad getting in the car with me.
I was like, y'all, I'm telling you, I be having anxiety attacks sometimes. He's gotten better. Because BJ attention span be so, BJ attention, if you talking to him, DJ, I don't know how many times you've ridden with him, but if he's talking to you, he'll be like, okay, yeah. Now, what happened? I said, Mitch, why you look straight? I can hear you. So, baby,
yes. I'm trying to give you my full attention.
y'all, this truck, this big F-150 type of trucks passed by us. It was some type of huge truck. It splashed water up on us. And BJ, y'all, when I tell you his voice reached a decibel that was like, y'all know like how when QB be going higher in his higher register, when QB getting his higher register, BJ was over that. BJ like, neighbors, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just having sex over here if you hear me yelling. Okay, but I think that when he screamed,
DJ was like, BJ, calm down. And then the car went this way.
Wait, who all was in the car?
Just me and you. Because remember, Zeke was ahead of us driving
on the way. He had to come back and get y'all. I think Zeke was already ahead of y'all, right?
Yes, he was.
He had to come from Austin to come and get y'all, did.
No, he didn't make it to Austin yet. He made it near Cypress Mall, and he had to turn back around.
But I knew that he was ahead of y'all. I'm so glad about
He was like maybe three. He was like 3 or 4 exits ahead of us. Yes.
And being us, you know, the gays can't miss out on party. Now, why did we get the look? BJ had the car towed, and we still went to Austin. We didn't turn back
the next day.
back and go to Houston, baby. We drove. We
I had a meeting that I couldn't pass up.
y'all, when that water splashed up and he hit the side of that rail on the side, he's like, I'm like, bitch, I said, bitch, are you a white woman?
I was gonna calling you Brooke. Oh, Jesus.
Yo, BJ turned to a white woman right there.
I'll be there. You scream like you did that day. I was playing.
How did you scream? No, but he
I don't have a comedy child. But remember when the officer pulled up, Rebel? The officer said, well, y'all trying to make it to the strip club or something like that. It was like, sir, no. Oh, he had so many jokes that night. The police officer. We didn't call nobody, DJ. He saw us because we passed them up before we wrecked. So he saw us immediately.
Y'all, look at what Lynn T said. She said, like Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween. Yes.
Oh, Lynn. Lynn.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, like the first movie where Michael Myers had it in the closet and she's like, fighting in the closet.
The 1978 movie, yes.
That scream, and maybe the next day we were laughing about that. I said, bitch, you were screaming like an old white woman when we got here. I was like, and here I go. I'm like, I wasn't screaming because I was just like, but
you was nervous and you held on because you gripped the door and you put your legs up. Remember we did that.
It came natural for me to throw my legs up in the air like that, surprisingly.
Yes. I did the police report, had the car towed, and we still drove to Austin.
Oh my goodness.
Now Zeke asked me if he felt like it was too much, we could turn around. And remember, Rebel, you said the same thing. And I said, no, we come too far.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Yes.
And then I called in the morning. And remember, we went out to the club that night, Rebel. Remember that? We went to whatever club that was. We were upstairs and met up with Micah and Joseph and all of them.
Because our friend Red Scorpion lived in Austin at the time. He's in Houston now.
And he sure did.
Hey, Lolo. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, yes, Lolo. You know, let me see. I got to give you some. What? Oh, hell, I'm looking. Thank you, Lolo. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Okay, you got it. It's somebody that sings like that, DJ, that I'm talking about. He sings like that.
Okay.
I'm giving you a lap dance, Lolo. You my sister.
Oh.
But hey, but y'all, I think that it's just, I think we've had some great times going out, and when we do go out, we always have our friends are positive. We don't have any complaining, because if you think about it, it's me, BJ, DJ, Zeke, and Micah. We're the main ones that hang out together. Now, out of us 5, let me ask y'all, who y'all think is the biggest flirt?
You.
I would have to, you know what? But it'll be him, me, then Micah. But Micah really knows about him.
I'm not going to take that. Zeke is a bigger flirt than me.
Oh.
Y'all neck and neck.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, BJ, do you know when Zeke be saying those little things?
You have your subtle ways. You know you got your subtle ways where you do that walk and them eyes.
What
and
walk?
Like I said, you look them up and down. You be like, well, hello. Are you make a sly comments where you'll be like, oh,
look, just asking about the parking lot fight when me and the person had to fight in the parking lot.
Go back to my chat. I got out the chat for a minute.
BJ. Oh, listen, Lolo. Y'all, I didn't tell y'all. Did I tell y'all when I went and got my oil changed, the guy came up to me flirting?
No.
So I was at.
He wanted to change more than your oil.
Let me tell you, I was going to get my oil changed, and I was minding my own business, and I was on YouTube. He was watching, on Richmond, the car wash is down the street from me. So he was washing his car on Richmond. When you pass Gessner up, right there on the right-hand side, there's a car wash. But he was washing his car, and I was out there on my car was getting the oil change. And he just walked up. I said, oh, Lord, y'all, what is he coming over here to say? Because I didn't know what this man was going to say, because I don't be thinking that people are going to be that bold. So when he walked in, he was like, can I talk to you like that? And I was like, what? I was like, is he going to tell me about having my mask on or off? That's what I was thinking. But I was going to be like, listen, I'm outside, Negro. But he said, I saw you from over there. And you're a very handsome young man. And I was like, I said, no, I muted my phone. Talking to my cousin. My phone is on mute. And he was like, I was looking at you over there. And it was, y'all, if y'all could have saw how he was looking, he was like, you're a nice looking young man. Jumpy bones. And I was like, now you keep messing with me, I'm gonna take your stimulus check, Paw. Play with me if you want to.
Did he work there? A customer?
No, he was getting his car. He was washing his car at the car wash. I said,
okay.
And he saw me outside at the oil change place because it's next door to the car wash. So when he came down there and he was talking to me, and he was like, well, I'm just driving my car now. I'm just vacuuming the inside, and you know, when you get your car, you can come down here. Y'all, I jumped in my car and came straight home. I was like, Lord, I'm not going nowhere. But you know, have y'all been approached? Now, what have y'all experiences been when guys have approached you and you weren't expecting it?
Man,
I got mine.
It's happened. Let me get back in here real quick. I'm logged off the chat where I can't see the comments. It's happened to me a couple of times.
Being talking about old men give you worms.
That hasn't happened to me. You rebel.
Ooh, all right, come on, Lindy and Wendy Williams, allegedly.
Right.
Okay, but so DJ, what happened with you?
Academics, I like that response. Go ahead.
Oh, with me? Okay, so with me, well, Rebel already kind of know this person up there. His name was Albert.
Oh yeah.
and how Albert worked where I worked, and he was real friendly at first, DJ, right? Very, very personal, has a lot of personality. Rebel knows this. And very handsome.
He's a fine chocolate. He's a Morris chestnut chocolate.
Man. So he I knew he had a husband or at least a man, but he you know, claimed to me that it was an open thing. They had an open situation. So, you know, there was no he said he knows about you or whatever. So he shot his shot. DJ at me, said, "You're handsome, you know, we can have fun from time to time, and you know, I don't want you in that way, you know, but every now and then we can just satisfy our desires." And I was like,
that's the way to put it.
And, so, you know, I took his word for it, but baby, you know, Rebel. Is that what he telling you, or did he really tell his man? You know, that's what you need to know. He could be lying to you and lying to his man at the same time. And I said,
I'm that friend. I sure did say that. I said, BJ, is he really telling his man that he got you on the side? Are you serious? Or is he lying?
No. Wait a minute, just. It wasn't a side piece. Remember, they claimed they had an open relationship. So if they open means, you know, everyone should. Like a bam girl. Open don't mean side. Open mean that both sides supposedly can help themselves to other people as long as they are, you know, whatever rules and regulations they have within their relationship.
I think BJ don't mind being just a side piece. Just don't worry about him.
No, DJ, I'm nobody's side. I'm the main course and the dessert. I'm a 5.
So
don't you do it, Rebel. Don't you do it.
So here's my question to you guys. What are your thoughts on open relationships? Do you think that is it healthier by saying, well, I don't have to worry about you cheating because we already have an agreement that's an open relationship? What is your thoughts on the open relationships?
Let me be honest, y'all, with this.
I want to hear from you too in the chat. I'm listening.
But most of the women are going to say they're not for open relationships. But let me say this. Do I want to see myself getting the same peen and, you know, the other part, the snooch for 20 years?
Not the snooch.
I don't think so. You know, I don't want people. Let me tell you this. I like being single, and sometimes I like variety. So me and my partner may bring someone in sometimes to play together with, but I that may be it because I like variety. You know, hell, I'm like a cat. My attention span can be easily, but like in sirens. But but I know BJ's gonna say he's a strict monogamous.
I am a monogamous, and there's nothing wrong with that, love. Jealous.
You know, I just said nothing. I'm gonna listen to what you're saying.
No, I'm saying I'm with academic. I don't like open relationships. It's too many feelings. I get caught up in all that. I'm gonna run over somebody in a hotel room lobby with my car, like the lady in Houston did. Like it's just Rebel is bad enough you got to deal with one person. When you bring other people into the gumbo, it's just too much.
Y'all, but you know what? Let me say this. Okay, now DJ, it's your turn. I'm sorry.
I'm with Lindsay. I don't share. And like academic said, somebody is gonna get in their feelings. I think that's an open recipe for disaster. I mean, you definitely have to have, because here's especially in this lifestyle, if John is dating Bobby, I'm just giving out names. If John is dating Bobby and say, okay, you know what, we're gonna be in an open relationship, but Bobby being a little bit too crazy, and he's getting it on, he's getting it in, and John's like, you know what, this is a problem. I just say go crazy with it. So John is feeling a little bit left out of the relationship because Bobby not giving him no relationship unless Bobby feel like he's ready to fool with John. So I don't think that I would put myself in that predicament. Because I
right now. Michelle, don't know, ma'am.
I'm Michelle's daughter.
Michelle, ma'am.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. I'm the baby of the bunch. The baby.
Wait, what you say, DJ?
I'm the baby of the bunch. I'm answering Michelle's question.
No. You say you the baby. I think I'm the baby.
Oh, child.
Anyway, but
I believe that open relationship. I mean, it works for people that has that mentality for it, but I don't think I have that mentality for it. I guess, and gosh, I hate to say this on YouTube, but I think I am probably the jealous type. I don't think I want to share mine. If anything, we could bring together.
I'm gonna let Lolo, Lori. She just called me. I'm gonna put on speakerphone.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm getting a phone call too. Hello.
Oh. Now, Lolo.
Oh, the black girl. Oh, wow. I will.
See something. But you know what, y'all? I think that I like the idea of a relationship, but I don't like when guys are too clingy. You know, it's like I like going and coming when I please. And when I say that,
I'm reading a comment from Quiet Storm. That's why I'm kind of grinning right now, but yeah.
Oh man. But I do think that, do I want to be in a relationship? I have relationships with my friends and we go out of town and we do stuff together, but I don't know if I do want to be in a relationship, but then I don't want to be in one. Me and guys have lived together and I want you to have your place because sometimes we move faster than what we should move. You know, how do you feel about that, DJ?
Well, you're talking to somebody that's been there, that lived with somebody. Well, we lived together, and I felt like we kind of rushed into it after we, was standing together. Like, what the hell? What did we get ourselves involved into? But what it was that when his lease was up, he moved in with me. But I never have been that petty type of person where, I'm gonna put you out of this, that. I never have been that type of person. I want to make sure you straight. One thing about me is my exes. I have no beef with anybody in my past. I don't like drama. I don't like to be involved with dramatic people. And I'm thankful that the ones that I have encountered, it always have ended on peaceful terms. There's never, oh, that's such and such. That's one who did me. I've never been through nothing like that in my life, and I don't want to go through anything like that.
And even think about it. Jarvis and I were together for a number of years. And even when we broke up, we still were roommates. That was a major thing because I think that we had a connection.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Y'all sure was roommates.
We had a connection. But when people would ask me, do you ever want to have sex? Or I'd be like, no, because I just didn't see him like that anymore. And even when we went our separate ways, I let him keep the dog that I bought. Taboo was my dog. I bought Taboo when we were together. But I think that he fell in love with Taboo so much that if I would have took Taboo from him, that would have destroyed him. Because that was he let Taboo sleep in his bed. When we were roommates, he let Taboo sleep in his bed. He was taking Taboo to the vet sometimes. And I later found out that he told someone that he thought we was going to possibly get back together. And I feel like once my feelings have turned off for you, there's no going back like that, And I don't have an ex that talks about me bad. Any of my exes, I can call and talk to them. There is no, like you said, DJ, there is no knockout dragouts that I've had with ex-boyfriends that I couldn't have a civil conversation with them.
Just say she just want to get married and live in separate houses. See, I'm like that too.
And you know what? Okay. And see, I can do, let me tell y'all, I've learned that guys, this is the worst thing that a mother can do to her son. Don't be one of those mothers that have always cleaned up behind your son. He didn't have to wash dishes. He didn't have to do chores. You let him be a lazy little boy because he was the apple of your eye. But when he gets with a woman or one of us, he expects for us to be his damn housekeeper. Me and Jarvis had that issue when we were living together. Men that are accustomed to women cleaning up behind them, like if they're a boy and they have a lot of sisters that are cleaning up doing the housework, when they get with what was that? Did he throw his leg up in the air?
Let me, but you know what?
Oh, that's huh?
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
But let me tell you what Jarvis would do. Jarvis was one of those types of men. He would piss on the toilet. He messed up a lot of dishes. He was like cooking stuff, leaving food stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So I used to be like, dude, I'm like,
but you know what? If you said pissing on the toilet, you could have just stopped right there. No, sir. No, sir.
When we stayed in that townhome, remember when we stayed in the townhome, the Trails of Dominion?
Yes.
So when we stayed in the townhome, it was 2.5 baths. The guest bathroom was, we didn't really use the guest bathroom. I wasn't using it. When I would go in the guest bathroom, it'd be piss in the toilet that's been there for days. And I'd be like, dude, Jarvis, if you're using the bathroom, damn, can you clean up behind yourself? He's like, I didn't use it. I said, so we got a damn wooden elf. We got a little house elf that's pissing on the toilet at night.
A little house elf.
Yeah, like on Harry Potter. So we have a house elf messing up dishes in the middle of the night.
Just
yes. You hearing it right? Yes, ma'am.
Just. This is when we were roommates. When we were in the townhome, we had our separate bedrooms, separate bathrooms. We were not together. But
Michelle's daughter, hold on, sweetie. I'll address that in a second.
So he peed on the toilet. He would mess up dishes. Like when he had company over, he cooked for them. The pot would be in the sink for like 3 or 4 days. Why the
See,
hell
I
is
don't
this?
like that neither.
And he was like, when he asked us about roommating again, like later years, like maybe a few years ago, he said, "Do you think we could be?" Hell no. He was like, "Well, I didn't even ask the question." I said, "You're gonna ask, can we be roommates?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Nope, because you got some nasty. You act like a straight man. No offense, straight man that's in the chat, but I said you act like a straight man because you piss and gay men usually be cleaner than that." Because a lot of times gay men tend to be a little bit more meticulous, like women almost, with how we clean. Our brother,
Exactly. Because I'm gonna tell you something. A pet peeve of mine, I do not like dishes in my sink. Why is it don't, that's not what it's for. You wash it and you put it to where it needs to go. And you know what? And I had this problem too with somebody that stayed with me. I told him, you know what? You need to start just using paper plates and paper cups and paper forks because you don't like to wash dishes. That's just how I am.
but Jarvis was the baby. He was the baby, so his mother cleaned up
His
behind him.
mother babying him exactly.
So when he got with me, I used to be like, "Listen, I'm not your man."
Wow.
This is what I used to say, and I like his mother. His mother's a stud, and I love her. She's still part of the LGBTLT group. But
Plus, plus, plus.
plus, yes, all those other letters that I don't know what the hell they are at times. But Java's mother is, a lesbian. And when I say a lesbian, she's a full-blooded, concentrated lesbian, no water added. But
Oh my.
and she's sweet. But his mother, she's from the country. So she was a housewife in the beginning. Now you would never think that now because she got a bald face. She be wearing big shirts and loose fitting jeans, like okay, that's your hey. So I used to tell him, your mother used to clean up behind you, didn't you? Your sister cleaned up behind you. He used to laugh about it. I said, dude, you got to do better because you have company over. Clean the kitchen when you cook. We're gonna get roaches.
Ants, roaches.
Ants, roaches, hell, rats, mice. Remember, did I put out when we stayed over there in the retreat off of Cypress Station? Why did we
Those
have
are some nice ass apartments. You know what? Is that the apartment where that damn raccoon was in the vents?
That's what I was just gonna say. Y'all,
Oh no, man, the shit out
Yes,
I don't do raccoons.
we stayed in these nice
Academics.
y'all, let me tell you, the only thing I will never stay on the third floor again.
Why?
Honey, moving. And when you go out, walking up all them steps, and then if you have a dog, you got to go out on the steps. It was too much. So, baby, why? We were here rattling. And I used to be, what the hell is that? Why did we look up in our AC vent and we see raccoons looking down at us in the AC vent?
Yeah, because you sent me a picture of it, and I seen the eyes.
You did see pictures of it. Yes, I do remember that. I think you posted it on social media too, didn't you?
Y'all, I used to put bleach in a bottle and spray their asses in that. I was giving them hell. But we told them to people because the raccoons would tear because they picked our trash up at our doors. So if you put the trash out, the raccoons would tear the trash up if you put it out at night. So
they would.
So the raccoons were in the vents. It was a family of raccoons. And we complained to the people in the office. We got the hell up out of there. We stayed there, I think we signed the lease twice. The raccoons didn't come until the second signing. I told Jarvis, listen, Jarvis was like, I can't live like this. We broke that lease, but we paid it off. I was like, I'm not staying here. I said, we got some months left. We got raccoons in there. Smell like a damn raccoon that died in the vents. When you took the AC on, I was like, And we made a report to the Better Business Bureau. What you gonna say, DJ? I can't hear you.
Oh, you got muted again.
Muted.
You're muted and booted.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Just say that the raccoons was wanting the food in the sink. That's because Jaws was leaving all the damn food in the sink. He was ditching.
they'd be in there looking at us. And I used to get the broom and I used to hit the vent and I'd be spraying water on their behinds. And it was just like you would hear them like screeching, running through the vents. I was like, hell no. I used to go out, y'all. I went outside with a broom to beat their asses when they was tearing the trash up and they would take off running. My neighbors would laughing at me, baby, because I came out with mud mask on my face, broom in my hand. I said, I'm gonna beat y'all ass. I said, you little motherfucker. And I was chasing the baby and they took off running. They ran down the side of the building.
But you gotta be careful because some of the raccoons can be very aggressive.
Yeah, they will, and rabies and STD or whatever they'll give you.
They probably give you
Let
hurt.
me ask you this. Have your neighbors had that problem that you know of? Or y'all never discussed it with your neighbors?
We didn't discuss it with the neighbors, but we saw that the raccoons were tearing their trash up. Now we're paying y'all for y'all to do valet trash service. So you pick out trash up at the door. But why the hell is the trash being torn up before? Because if they didn't pick that, because they pick the trash up every day, like about between 6 and 7. If they picked it up after 7, the raccoons would tear it up because it would be dark outside.
Oh, Reverend DJ, if you don't mind me, I like to address the elephant in the comments.
DJ is so silly. Lord Jesus.
So the phone call I received, as a polite adult individual, that's why I muted myself and politely ducked. So I didn't have to let you just say we listening.
Okay.
I politely ducked so I wouldn't interrupt the conversation, the flow of the conversation.
You could have turned the cam off and muted it, and it would have just had like your avatar.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I should have. I see where it says stop cam. Yeah.
Okay, so continue. Continue.
But it was a good friend of mine that a good person I'm talking to that woke up this morning that just wanted to say hello and greet me before they start their day. And
notice, y'all, he said before they start their day, so they're not on our time schedule.
Okay, continue.
Ooh, rebel with a cause, baby. Rebel with a cause. DJ, that was it, sir.
Oh Lord. Okay, so what was the part that made you like put your legs in the air? I mean, what was that all about?
No, that wasn't my leg. That was my arm.
Oh, honey. Oh, wait. What the hell? Baby, them legs look like some turkey drumsticks from the road. Them little gams, baby.
That was when I was laying like this. That was my arm. When y'all said, "What is that?"
I swear to God, that looked like a leg, y'all. Wait, do that again, BJ. That looks like a leg, DJ, doesn't it?
See,
I was like, "Is its toes pointed up?" Okay, I was just.
Okay, that's your arm.
Let me tell y'all, BJ has a
just.
Miss B-Town history. Let me tell y'all. Oh, kids just ain't playing with the kids. BJ, where you want
Let me see what time it is now, Jerry. I love it. Wow, I love it. I love it.
Whatever.
But so anyways, I think that y'all. I think that we were talking about the raccoons but
yes, the raccoons and the what I say.
Yeah, the apartments were really nice. We had nice, huge bathrooms. We each had our own personal space. We had high ceilings. We had a fireplace, which I didn't like the idea of a fireplace because I thought the damn raccoons was gonna come through the fireplace.
That's
But
a possibility.
uh, but it was just taking taboo and peed out because we had like a little dog park and we had a lake. Y'all, we had our own lake at these apartments, and we had the
Yeah, I
dog.
remember. I was in the back.
So
Yeah.
we walk around the lake. I would walk Taboo and Pete. I would take them to the little dog park. They had a dog park that you can go into. The apartments were really nice,
Uh,
but
they were.
and my second the apartment that I was gonna move to into y'all was the ones on Braeswood, the Knob Hill. Do you not know every apartment on the first floor got flooded out? And I would have been flooded out. My car would have been flooded if I would have moved there.
Wow.
I had paid my deposit and everything. I was set to move in those apartments, but thank God the flood happened before I moved there. And everybody lost everything. On the first floor, everybody's car, no car was spared. When I went over there, you saw people, cars had fog in the windows. It was, people were crying. People had broke into abandoned apartments. Like apartments that weren't ready yet, they went into the apartments because the apartments they were nicer than this apartment. I love the setup. It was like laminate floors, really nice bathroom, stainless steel appliances. But hell, I would have lost everything. So I'm
I know
glad
that. Right.
y'all, we've been on here.
Yes. 2 hours.
Hour and 11 minutes. Welcome
We-
back, Michelle's daughter. You good? Let me know. Give us a thumbs up or something. Glad you came back. Yeah, we
And
have.
welcome back, Michelle's daughter.
Y'all,
Michelle Abel.
I'm gonna put a little music on to take us out. Uh, but we've had a great time, y'all. I like coming on with y'all and just having us a little conversation. And so people can get an idea of, I think when y'all meet my friends and y'all feel this is why I'm the person that I am, because I have people that are positive. My friends are positive people and we support each other. I can say, and I've said this before, if I broke down anywhere in this city, these two right here would come and give me a ride. They would, BJ and DJ would get out their beds and I appreciate y'all, for being the friends that y'all have been.
Thank you, Michelle.
And
you better not play no. Look, hold on. Wait a minute. You better not play no Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend, are you? Because I know you.
Thank you for being a friend.
No, I'm not playing. No. And you know what? But I think that when you have friendships like that,
I love you, just yes.
you have to be aware, because when you've been friends for so long, you become family. So it's like I know that. Child, remember when I had to be rushed to the hospital because I had the internal bleeding?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, I had to go, y'all. It was something wrong. Like I had it was like a tear. It was something I ate, maybe like it was something that caused a tear in my stomach, but I wasn't aware. And it was like what was it? It was, and it happens sometimes, and you have to have surgery, like a colonoscopy, something like that. So I didn't have cancer or anything. I haven't had that issue, but I was terrified because it was like, oh my God, what's going on? What's wrong? And you go through things. When I lost people in my family and I was going through a depression, I had acid reflux. So I was going through, it was a scary time, y'all, for me. And I'm the kind of person, sometimes I withdraw from my friends. I don't be like, sometimes I can be like, I'm strong enough to handle things myself. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all?
Mm-hmm.
No, trust me, I got you. I got you. And see, the thing with me is sometimes I can be just too private with what I'm dealing with until I don't really tell nobody what I'm going through. And I think that's what be eating me up because I'm like, well, at least I know I got my good circle of friends that I can talk to. Sometimes we do need somebody just to kind of be there. You know, you
Because
don't
you
want to
can
go
be strong.
long.
And this, I'm sorry, what were you going to say, DJ?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, sometimes you can be so strong that people forget that sometimes strong people need someone there for them as well.
Exactly.
You know, and I think when I tell y'all, these two right here, DJ came with my baby. DJ stays on the north side. DJ drove and took me to the AutoZone, the O'Reilly. He drove.
I live at least a good 35 to 40 miles away from Rebel.
He drove.
Other side of town, other side of the country.
And BJ, it's like it's not a time that I've called him that he hadn't been there for me. And I really appreciate that. And, you know, I cherish the friendships and, you know, we be kikiing, we be cutting up. And I think our relationships is like brothers. You know, I look at y'all like my brothers and, you know, brothers we be making little smart ass comments with each other. And it's all in love. And people y'all be reading each other, but it's all fun. There's nothing that's said that's nasty or mean.
No. And if it is, I tell people communicate and address it, baby. Don't let it linger. Don't let it fester.
Like I'll be telling like BJ, I'll be like, honey, your stuff is gonna dry up and die if you don't have sex because it's been so long. But you know, I think that, and I say that in love.
Wench.
I like Michelle's daughter's comment for you, Rebel, that y'all have so many ways. You guys have a lot in common. I think that's the fun thing about being on the chat is you never really know who you could connect with, and you could just say the right words that somebody needed to hear because you don't know what anybody's going through, you know, and just to get away from the world and tune in, just to be logged in with just a bunch of cool people just shooting this. Well, I don't want to say shooting the shit, but just gossiping and having a fun time, and just know that it is good people out there, good vibes. That's what I like about being on here.
Uh-oh. Did he close his laptop like Nene?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah.
I'm like, hey, what happened, honey?
I was gonna shoot him a private text message, but he good. But yeah,
are we on? Are we still on? I think we are. Yes. Yeah, because just said, "Oh, DJ is the initial inspiration." Oh,
man,
somebody suggested he started a YouTube channel. Uh-oh.
Yes, I am. I know it. Like I said, I get so distracted, BJ, with life and what's going on and stuff like that. I will.
I get it, DJ. It's a lot going on. It really is.
I love to connect with people, even though these might be people in different parts of Texas or different parts of the country. I feel like I can connect with anybody. That's just the type of heart that I have, you know. And my friends, you know, are a reflection of me, you know. So I don't want anybody to be like, oh yeah, those are DJ's friends. You gotta watch them. No, that's not what I want at all. Mm-hmm. I'm a good person, and so are all my friends. You guys, my little circle. So
I hear that.
That's that. So,
well, YouTube land. It was nice talking with y'all. I'm gonna prepare for this work week on Monday.
Oh, that's right. You sure do gotta hit the hay sack. But I tell you what, everybody that's watching, I'm gonna give it Rebel. We'll try to do this again around the same time, maybe between 7 to 8 o'clock.
Hey y'all.
Next Sunday. So hey.
Y'all, let me tell y'all, my laptop was giving me, it was saying I had like 10 minutes left. And then baby, she just went, she was like, she let me have it. I had to go grab the, but I think that we should, what were you saying, DJ?
Just said that you still blushing, BJ. You sure lives blushing. But I was telling BJ that because we enjoyed ourselves and the viewers were enjoying themselves with us, that maybe we could come back next Sunday around the same time and try to, I have more hot topics for you guys. I know it'll be don't tell it what we're gonna go through this week. We'll talk about it Sunday, and I'm gonna work on my YouTube. I know I've been saying it for the past 3 or 4 months now. Leave me alone, just and Lynn T. Don't be throwing shade, so don't say nothing. But yeah, I definitely want to connect with you guys again. What happened to BJ?
I don't know where BJ. I don't know. Maybe his phone died. And Amy was gonna come on with us. Maybe Amy or someone else, because we know we can get other people. Maybe we can get Zeke and Micah to come on.
Yes.
Because we can get up to 6 people on. So
there's a question for you, Rebel, from Michelle's daughter.
Can y'all do this every week? I would like for y'all to come on. I always ask y'all about coming on. I've asked you that before.
Absolutely. And you know what? What I would like for us 3 to do is to actually get together at your place, and we all can be on that together too. Just something different. We haven't done that since the night we went out.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do that. And I think that just to have a little kiki, have some readers and stuff, look at Just. She said I wasn't gonna say again.
I know, because her
that
name BJ. Oh, there's BJ.
Eyes back.
All right.
Did you get another call?
Huh?
So did you get another call?
No. I think my internet acted up and crashed. I think Rebel. He interrupted us.
Crazy. A lot of people at home right now, BJ. So it's like, I think it is crashing because of just the amount of people that are online.
Yeah, probably.
But BJ, we got about maybe like 3 minutes left on here. I'm gonna let you guys go. But Michelle was asking, do you think that we can do this like every week, every Sunday? You think?
I'm open to that. Sure, why not?
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the conversations, and we'll have a guest like Rebels, suggested. You want online when he said like Zeke or Micah, Amy, we'll have a little 4th guest.
Yeah,
Zeke. Now, y'all, when I say crazy,
Lord Zeke would have so much fun on here.
Yes,
because when I tell y'all, when we talk about our friends, like it's us 3, and the main ones that hang together are us 3, and then we got Zeke and we have Micah.
Yes,
Micah is Red Scorpion. So when we're all together, the most quiet one is Micah.
Yes.
Say something, DJ. We can't hear you. It's mute.
We can't hear you, baby. You're muted again.
My titty.
Can y'all hear me now?
Okay.
Yes, we can. Welcome back.
It's like we all having issues. Yeah, it is time to get off.
Oh, you know what? No, look at Just. She said, who was the chocolate drop from last weekend with the tongue? Bring him on too. Y'all.
Oh.
You want to know who she talking about?
Oh, I know who she's talking about.
Talking about
DJ, you wasn't privileged to it, sir.
he was at a birthday party.
He was at a birthday gathering.
This was last week.
That party was Saturday.
Yes, that's Saturday. That's Saturday.
Was
the kid's birthday gathering.
What did you think of?
I got you.
What did you think? His name is Micah.
His name is Micah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that now.
Oh, honey, he don't live up to the name to me, but that's just.
You know what? You're so shady. What was your general impression of him?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
He seemed nice, funny, freaky.
Very freaky, yes. I would say
Yeah.
very freaky.
I'm gonna have to watch that live. I must admit, I guess I missed that, but I don't know what in the world I was doing, but I did miss that live.
Just a messy little. That's a messy little thing right there.
Baby, yes.
I like
you got to go back and watch that live.
But he was licking his tongue out, y'all. The tongue was about that long.
Yeah, it was an alien hurricane tongue.
Oh my goodness. My mom was somewhere else, but this is a PG-13 conversation. Lord have mercy.
But we had a good time. And we always, baby, my friend Zeke. Now, when I talk, okay, I was saying Micah's the most quiet. Micah gets to know you, and once he's gotten to know you, he'll talk. So he's quiet generally, but on the other end of the spectrum is Zeke. Now, it's Zeke and BJ. They're kind of in that same. BJ and Zeke are very, very accommodating to people. Now, me and DJ are falling in the same category, but DJ is more friendlier, I think, than me. But I'm not a frigid person, but
yeah, I got you. Yeah. But me and Rebel are more in the same category, and BJ and Zeke are in. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Now, our friend Zeke, y'all, he says some stuff, and he will make your ears, because like if it's a straight man around, Zeke is one of those kind of people. He'll say something that's nasty, and he'll say it fast, so they don't know what he's saying. Like he'll say something like, "You want that piece up?"
Yeah.
He would. He'll say, "I suck that piece," and we be like, "What the hell?"
Yes, just open that shirt up.
Like, he'll be like
falling out in bushes left and right.
Baby, he'll be like, and straight men, they don't be knowing what trade and all that is, because he'll be like, "Hey Trey," he'll be like, "Hey Trey," and he'll turn his head, and the guys be like, "What? Who is Trey?"
Yeah, the lingo, they don't know it at all.
And I'll be like, "Bitch," I'll be like, "You Zeke, don't do that, Zeke," and he'll be like, "Can I see that piece? Can I see that piece?" He'll say something like that.
Yes, he'll say, "Show us your piece."
And they'll be like, what did he say? And we'll be like, "Oh my God,
crazy, yo.
Zeke, you gonna have us here fighting? What the hell?" So Zeke is on that other end, and Zeke works in theater. He does judging for theatrical productions. So he's into, all of, he does plays. Zeke does plays. He's written some plays. Haven't he did some writing for plays?
And directed plays.
Yeah.
He's done plays. He's done directing of plays. So we have a Black theater here, and he did plays there. And we went to go see
Fade to Black at the Match Theater.
So Zeke, so when I say theatrical and gay man, so you already know there's a lot coming with that package.
Bingo.
That one way over, like that one way on the end over there. That one way over there, BJ. So BJ is all that. Maybe BJ you may be talking to BJ. He may be like,
oh my God.
If we would get up and do karaoke, I would have to tell that one over there. I would be like, "Okay, BJ, we're gonna get up here, we're gonna sing this song. Don't get up here and try to act like Patti LaBelle." BJ, when we get up here and sing this song, honey, can you not be doing this Mariah Carey stuff? Because he been you don't sit down some damn well. I mean,
Lord have mercy. I cannot do it right now.
Me and DJ, we'll be singing the song normal, and we're just doing the notes. This one right here on the end, that one way over there, he be doing it. Y'all, he just be But the crowds, when we go to the white karaoke bars, baby, they love us. We get up there.
Yes, they do.
They
Baby.
really do.
Like a diamond.
Yeah. I do miss us though. But I'm gonna get it signed off here, you guys.
Yes. So y'all, we've had a good time. It is
Yes.
10:55. Good thing is you're off tomorrow, DJ.
Yes.
I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna eat and fall into a diabetic coma. BJ.
I'm gonna go wash my work clothes for the day and then wrap it up myself.
Yes.
But you
So Lynn T, Jess, Michelle's daughter, academics, and everybody else that's on here that's watching. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with us tonight.
Yes, thank y'all.
We should be reconnecting again. We might have a guest next week. Well, I'll get with Rebel to confirm that. And
we're gonna talk to some. We're gonna get our other friends. We're gonna try to get Micah and Zeke to come on, y'all, so we can all.
Yes, I would love to.
They're the full circle, so that way you'll get a feel of all of us, you guys. So you guys have a blessed night. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Productive day. I know we can't do much, but whatever you do, stay safe. All right. I love you guys.
Peace. Thank y'all, mods, for holding it. Thank y'all for holding it down, mods. And y'all see, and now this is why I'm telling him he should get a channel. Now you see how unnatural he is at this.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, him. I'm talking about you. Yeah, you.
You, girl. You.
I said this is why I keep pushing you to get a channel, because you connect with people.
Oh yeah, you were offline when I was saying about the connection. Yeah, I do. I really do. You're right. But all right, we'll chat backstage. You have a great night.
Bye, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's pop it, BJ. Come on, BJ. Let's do it. Come on, BJ. Work the case. Let's give him some money shots, baby. Look at it. Come on. Wait, I can't see your case. Baby, come on. Make that money. Take that nigga money. Come on. Wait, you better twerk. You better twerk. Okay, there you go. Oh, no, that's nothing but our ass right there. That's
What kind of car is
I ain't
that?
got time for you, sir.
Is that Cadillac?
Bye, y'all. Wait, hold on, y'all. But y'all, we're gonna log off and we're gonna be backstage real quick, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I will do a video tomorrow, but I may do another parody Tuesday or Wednesday. But the gentleman's panel will be on my platform on Thursday, 6:45 Central Standard Time. Come out, with me and the guys and have a good time. Check us out. I'm trying to get Jim Boski to do something else for us. So I need to get in contact with him tomorrow, because I'm thinking of, we're going to do something cool. But thank y'all. Get rest and separate. If you have a piece over, you have a snack over, put a mask on. But okay. So y'all, we're out of here. Peace.
We are survivors.
Survivors. Okay. And